Alright, let's see if this works. That looks like a good sign. Alright. 10 points. I'm the 404 guy, 7HE404GY, back with Kerbal Space Program. Before we get into that...
Warning. This program contains coarse humor and a sense of language that some people might not share. Viewer discretion is advised. But I bet that just makes you want to watch it even more.
Alright, it's going to take its sweet time getting started here. I am maybe a minute or two late. Maybe 5. Oh well. It's bound to happen eventually. I was working on that winter homework that I mentioned. Trying to implement a first order upwind scheme that's... I mean, basically they don't give you any information. I mean, am I supposed to have already learned this at some point? I wonder. I wonder sometimes. Let's see what we got here. So we got a literal crap ton of science that we're probably never going to use. Really wish there was like another use for that. We don't need to hire nobody. What do we got? Ooh, extract ore from Elu. That'd be interesting. Science data from the surface of Moho. Okay. Yeah, that's all good. But I gotta finish these first. So we got the Sentinel things. This I can do right now. Okay, both of these Sentinels should be higher priority though. Let's see. This needs to get to 10 million. That'll be easy to do. This needs to get to 5. That'll be a little bit more difficult. But it should be possible nonetheless. The first thing I have to do here is science data from Duna. I can do that pretty easily. What did they want? Space around Duna or just Duna? Space around Duna. Alright, that can be done. Betting dollars to donuts that I can get the required science from this vessel. What do we got? What do we got? Alright, we got something at least. $100? What's it going to be? $200? I might just transmit it where it is now. Yeah, this is going to take its time. Not that I'm short on science at all. We'll just transmit it. There we go. Whoops. Back to the Space Center. So we need to launch a couple of Sentinels. One's got to be at a 10 million... Is it million? I think it's billion. 10 billion meter altitude over the sun. Something like that. I have a go-to design for Sentinels, so hopefully that'll suffice wherever it may be. Let's see here. JMNOPQR. There we go. Ooh, that's a pretty cheap probe. Right, see, it doesn't have a lot on it, but it's got enough. Let's give it a shot. Alright, where are we in terms of where we need to be? We are... We're going to 10 million. That's going to be close to Eve, so we've got to go down. from where we are. Which means it's got to be evening when we take off. There we go. All right. Let's just go Alt dot. We can time warp that just a little bit in our initial ascent. Alright, that Delta V is going up nicely. So I'm thinking once we break atmosphere, this will be going maybe a couple thousand meters per second. We'll need to use the atomic engine just a little bit. Let's break this. Doesn't matter that we're in atmosphere. I don't think that really causes issues. That'll just give us a little bit of extra Delta V there. Now, as they say, onwards and outwards. Just give this a little bit of electricity. Yeah, we'll just do the 3 for now. I'm tired. Let's kick this prograde. Alright, that might encounter the moon on the way out. It's possible. If the moon was here, I'd say definitely. It's back here, so it might not encounter the moon. Just let that do its thing there. A reasonable amount of fuel with us. So I think we got to be in orbit of the sun before it'll show us that Sentinel mission. We can do one of these. I think we're doing the Kerbal one, aren't we? I think so. Because the Kerbal one requires us to be at orbit close to Eve. So I think that makes sense. Yeah, it's just not going to show us until we're out there. Alright. Fair enough. Alright, so it looks like we're not encountering the moon. Oh. We would if we were heading back, though. Alright. Making our way out of the Kerbal sphere. By which I mean Kerbin's sphere of influence. It's an influencer. And that should take us right out. That's good enough. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, that's the one we're probably not going to hit. There's the one that we're probably going to hit. So, what is the inclination that we're looking at here? Stop clicking on stuff. Okay, 0 degrees. We're already at that angle of inclination. That's good. Just got to bring this in a wee bit. Not even all that much. Look at that, that's practically as far as we need to go. It's going to be in the mostly retrograde direction. Go to the next maneuver. We can pretty much warp that entire way, too. So we get into this purple orbit, and more or less that takes care of us. Take that node time down to about, I don't know, 55. 50 seconds is good. Look at that. It's absolutely perfect. Perfect in every way. We got plenty of fuel. Let's warp that a little bit. Alright, this is looking pretty good. Alright, there we go. And once we get down to this perigee, it's a simple matter of adjusting our orbit inwards. Oops. There we go. Alright. And we've got enough fuel for that as well. Look at that. We only used up half our fuel to get here. So I think the Moho one is still too far away. I think the Moho one I might have to zoop up a jewel something or other. See what we can do with that. This is looking good though. Heck, if we wanted to get this thing in orbit of Eve, we could do that. And a minute 24 a burn. That's 40 seconds, 42. Ought to be good. Alright, there we go. We're good to go. Let's bring that down to the expected orbit. I really like this this time warp. That's gonna save me loads of time. Ready, and perfect. That is the exact orbit that they specified. Within 5%. Probably within 0.5%, actually. Let's get this start tracking. Alright. And that's it. That's it for this Sentinel mission. We just leave it, set it, forget it. It'll do whatever it does. That'll give us plenty of money once we map 6 asteroids. Next one, we gotta get one near this low orbit here. And get tracking some objects with that. Yeah, it's gonna be online with right online with Eve's orbit, I think. All right, back to the Space Center. So that Sentinel only cost us about 100,000. It's going to give us about 100,000 back, and on top of that, we have the commission for accepting the contract, which the commission for the contract was 76. So that's basically going to double the worth of that that guy. This one's a little bit more interesting. That's going to be 400,000. That'll be fun. Do you have anything else? Holy crap. That's a 50-year mission. It might actually take 50 years to get to Elu. So I don't know. I don't know. We could do that, though. An antenna generates power. Stationary orbit. Hold stationary above the zone. Materials bay, accelerometer, gravioli, and 10-second stability. I mean, that looks doable. We'll accept it. It'll give us something to work on. What do we got here? Okay, so we got to get another Sentinel up there. It's going to be this guy. That's going to be near an orbit of Moho. So let's get that started. So while this design is very agreeable, it leaves a bit to be desired in terms of range. At the same time, in terms of range, we got like a friggin' massively powerful satellite in orbit of Moho. So I'm thinking we'll give a tiny Sentinel with an RGU. How's that going to work? We're going to have communications. We'll do like a relay antenna on the top. How much is this? 15. This is 100. I like the 100. We'll do that. So an RGU with a 100 unit thingy. That's too big. That's the size we want right there. Get 3 of those and a couple of big solar panels. Right? Yeah. Now the reason for the solar panels will make sense in a moment. For now, we want to have a crap ton of battery power. What's the mass of this thing? What are we looking at? 2 tons. 2 tons. We can do better. But 2 tons is alright. Alright, here we go. Xeon. These are both almost a ton each. Yipes. So here's how we're going to attach these. We want lots of acceleration out of this. We could get a little if we wanted, but I want to get a lot. So, that's too big. Come on, where's the tiny girders? This one looks gigantic. This one looks like something I don't want to use. That one's huge. Man, okay, there it is. Cubic. There, perfect. Put that little guy on there. Then put this little guy on there. And then we put this little guy on there. Alright. What is that? It's 2468. 8 kilonewtons of thrust on a 4-ton. That'll give us 2 meters per second squared of acceleration. Nominally. Just in case. I don't know that this does anything with Xeon. But just in case. Now, as for attaching this to anything, coupling, the tiniest coupler we can find. Perfect. Alright. Attach that to a nice little beam. Whoa, hey, what's that? Okay. There we go. Attached to a nice little beam. That's going to have its own little housing around it. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. This is literally all that's going to be there. I wonder if I should put something more on here. Something like... I don't know, what would we put? Utility, we don't need. Parachutes are definitely out of the question. Given that this is supposed to be a Sentinel satellite, having a Sentinel on it might be useful. That's what was supposed to go up here. Communications-wise, I guess that means... I mean, these relay antennas are pretty huge. Those will work. Those will work just fine. Alright. We got the Sentinel, we got the comms. Electrical, we don't really need more electrical, but we could if we wanted to, I guess. Not necessary. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need arrow. Alright, we were good, we were good. This is a $107,000 satellite so far. So given the mission is, the advance for the mission was $300,000. I'm going to want to try and keep it around there if I can. How are we going to do this? Okay. 2 to 5. Up on one of these suckers. kick the long fuel tank and bring this all up because it's not nearly long enough. How are we going to do this? Okay, Rhino engine. Nice. Coupling. Give me something heavy on the sides. Oh, my finger's bleeding. Here we go. Alright, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. That looks like a rocket. Structurally attached. I suppose this should be structurally attached, otherwise it's going to go all over the place. I'm going to do that like this. And like this. There we go. Nice. Just perfect. That should have control. Perfect. Alright. I'm liking this so far. So far, this design gets a 10 out of 5. And aerodynamics. Well, that doesn't look very cool. There we go. We'll just double up the supports there. So there's a tiny Sentinel. It's this engine, then break these off, kick that off, kick this off. Wait, which... Oh, these don't have engines on them yet. Oh, that would have been a problem. There we go. Kick these two. Get rid of them. Kick this guy. Get rid of that. Get rid of this, and then kick this guy. That'll work. I'm interested to see if that Delta V is accurately calculated in space. With the Xeon engines. That'll be something cool. So I guess the first question, which I should have answered at the design stage, is, will this get off the ground? Oh, looks like it will. Lovely. The second question is, when should I launch this? Because that's obviously not a good time. This has to be launched, I think, early morning so that we're heading towards Moho. Right? What time is it? It's midday. Ish. Okay. So we want to be going this side over here. A few hours away, that's going to be in the evening. There we go. And we'll punch it into space. That tends to be my method, just hammer down the accelerator, punch it into space, you're good to go. Looking at the Delta V, we're going to get off of that Rhino engine. The whole thing will probably take us to Moho. We probably don't even need to have those other engines on there. Look at this. 4,000 meters per second, that's going to be the Delta V on our Xeon engines. That's what it's predicting. That's pretty cool. Imagine 10,000 meters per second. That's probably what we'll get once we actually get into a vacuum. Alright, these are looking nice. These are looking A-okay. Alright. 3,000 meters. And, well, 30,000. 40,000 and climbing. There we go. I'm going to keep these together just to... There's a little bit more inertia until we pull out of the atmosphere there. 57,000. Let's just get ourselves directly out there, kick these off, and kick this one. There we go. Keep ourselves pointing towards the grade. Kick out these solar panels while I still can. Oops. There we go. Alright. Hello again, my friend. We are sending a Sentinel into low orbit around Moho. Part of those Sentinel missions I accepted the other day. This one is 19 asteroids. Inclination or apogee is like 5 million meters above the sun. That's going to be interesting. I've designed a new Sentinel satellite. It's brand new design, powered by these little Dawn engines once it separates from this main stage. I figure if we're going to go to Moho, we might as well do so as efficiently as possible. Let's warp this a little bit faster. Oh, we're going to hit the moon on the way out. That'll be fun. There we go. Whoops. Oh well. I burned it a little bit too long. Wow. Look at that. You know what? Let's just keep burning it this way. I should actually put a hold on that until we actually get closer. There's a good spot. There it goes. Alright, we're gonna finish that other mission with the Sentinel. Okay, there's where we're aiming for. This little green dude. Which is apparently offset by about 2 degrees. That'll be fine, though. Alright. Let's bring that in a little bit there. That'll work. Point to target if you don't mind. It's going to take forever because it's only got the one little thingy here. Still haven't landed on the moon. Huh. You ever landed on Minimus? I've got a rover on Minimus. Which technically, they say that rovers do not work on Minimus because of the extremely low friction. So what I did is I strapped on 2 RCS units to the bottom. And so it's technically a rover on wheels, but it uses RCS as propulsion. One of the only ways you can get a rover to work on Minimus. Alright, here we go. Then I'm going to have to adjust that inclination angle because that's way off. Look at how much more fuel I've got. This is going to be like... Alright, let's see where these line up. Apogee, what? Descending and ascending line up right about there. I'm going to have to... Oh, that's at the descending node, isn't it? I gotta bring that up. I'll bring that way up. Up, 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 up. There we go. Something like that, I think. Oh, look at that. Free money. That's why I love these Sentinel missions. They're just basically a free-for-all. I'm going to be very interested to see what happens with these ion engines once I switch to those. I definitely have enough electricity to let them run for a little while. But whether or not they accelerate at a rate that I am happy with is another question. Alright. 1 degree. Oh, yeah, wrong way, buddy. Ah, jeez. Now it's stuck in a spin. That's gonna take forever. Whoop. Wrong button. Here we go. Alright, ascending node, approximately 1 degree. Geez, how would you capture this thing? That'd be like... You'd have to... have tons of fuel, probably, just to mess up your orbit enough to get that high. Bringing it back certainly would not be an easy task. Alright, just a little bit further here. So I don't really need this anymore. Yeah, that can go way further. Hold on. There it is. That's what I'm talking about right there. Alright. And then this guy. That's close enough. And there we have our Sentinel mission. Once again, taking the longest possible path. Whoops. All right. That will detach once we get there. That's about 1,600 of fuel remaining. So according to this, we're going to have to split it up into 2 stages. Should not be a problem. 14 minutes of burn time. That should be a problem. Okay, I don't know how accurate that 14 minutes is actually. It's looking kind of variable, to say the least. And scene. Alright, here we go, the fun stuff. How well are these gonna work? Oh, crap. It's stuck! No! Darn it. Come on. Get. I'm gonna have to terminate the debris. Ah, jeez. I guess I was hoping that would just break or something. Look at this. Okay. Quick test. We retract the solar panels. Really quick here. Let's see what happens. Come on. Break. Before I break something... Okay, there we go. Alright, here we go, Let's go. Get that right out of there. Come on. I might have to censor this for YouTube. Come on, you. Break off. Oh, I think I broke it. No, I didn't. I just moved it around. Damn, these things are strong. I really do not want to go back and rebuild this. Come on. Come on. Just slip out if you don't mind. And if you do mind, then just do it anyway. Come on. Okay, this is going to be a big problem, I think. Oh! Well, that worked. Time warp for the win. All right. Oh my god. I was not expecting that. Well, I wasn't expecting it, but hey, I'll take it. Alright, let's take a look-see. That's the direction we gotta be pointed in. Check. We are now burning. Let's take a look-see at our acceleration rate here. We're looking at 1.4 square meters per second, or meters per second squared. Meters per squared second. That's not bad, that's not bad. It's going to take a long time, but it's not bad. Luckily we have the time warp. Let's make sure our electricity stays up there. I really was not expecting that to slip out of there. Oh wow, that looks fancy. I mean, honestly, I thought that was going to be stuck there forever and I would have to restart the mission, but as luck would have it. That was just too funny. Oh man, I can't believe that happened. It's just, you press the time warp button and then next thing you know, boom. The thing just phases through matter and next thing you know the two are separated magically. It's like magic. If only real physics worked that way. Life would be so much better. I mean, realistically, you know there's something going on Moho when all signals are being routed through that planet instead of going directly to Kerbal. I think if I show the whole network, there's a lot of stuff going to Moho. A lot of stuff. How we doing here? Pretty close? Pretty good? Somewhat close? That'll do. So this one finished. We just gotta do this one. This one will finish whenever. And then we need to build a satellite for Elu. Which I guess I wasn't thinking too much about when I accepted the mission, but looking at this satellite, it's gotta have a lot of crap on it. A materials bay, that's gonna be heavy. I guess the rest of it isn't that heavy. I'll do another ion accelerator. That ought to work. Alright, this is looking pretty good. Alright, nice close call there. Nice close, well not close call, but nice close orbit. There we go, that's moving inwards. This is gonna... Okay, it might miss. I was gonna say, it looks like this might get too close to Moho. Which if it does, it's gonna completely mess up the orbit, isn't it? Alright, that orbit should be within 5% by now. Pretty close. Okay, I mean, that should work. Let's go here. Yeah, I didn't think those Dawn engines would be worth much. It turns out they're doing a pretty good job. Oh. Yeah. For a second there, it was going through Eve. Oh, no, it was going through the other Sentinel. So I guess on its own, this Sentinel cannot reach Kerbin. Or it must have some kind of difficulty in doing so. Alright, let's bring that in a wee bit there. There we go. Alright. And now we just set it and forget it. Alright, that looks pretty good. I am happy with that setup. And back to Kerbin we go. So, the next major mission, putting some kind of orbital space station around Elu. I should have thought about that one a little bit harder before I accepted it, but it's accepted now. What else we got? Surface of Moho, don't want to do that. Science from Surface of Eve. I think I can do that. That's free money. Space around the moon. I think I can do that. That's free money, but it's not much. Let's do Surface of Eve. That seems like a good one. And once that's done, I gotta wrap up the episode and get back to writing my fluid dynamics simulation. How are we doing here? Wow, look at this guy. That is beautiful. Still got communications even that far out. That's... I don't know where these communications are coming from. Look at that. We've got aliens attempting to make contact. Alright, I have something on the surface here. There he is. Get some science data. I should have something to write home about with this guy. Forget if it's in the water or not, though. I believe this one's in the water, but close to land. I could be mistaken. That was a while ago. Oh, no, it's on land. It's on land, but close to water. Man, that atmosphere. I like this. I like how they render this atmosphere. It's really nice. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Alright, science data. Let's log seismic data. Alright, that completes that mission. And then I guess technically the next mission is this Eve one. Go on an orbital spacewalk near Eve and return to Kerbin from a flyby of Eve. Wait a minute, is this guy out of fuel? How did I land this with no fuel? Oh, the parachutes. Of course. And I kind of like that. It's only got the one antenna working too. That is the surface of Eve. It really does look pretty cool. I don't know why, there's something about it. But that appears to complete the requisite missions of the day. It's going to be it for this weekend. I might do some more streaming tomorrow. I might not. The only really guaranteed times are the weekends. So, that's going to be it for this episode of Kerbal Space Program. I'm the 404 guy, 7HE404GUY. Doesn't look like there's a lot of extra stuff we can get here. Hey, free money. I can send stuff from Minimus, why not? Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Feel free to subscribe, follow, etc. Doesn't really matter. I don't get paid for this, but have a great day anyway. And I'll catch you next time. I'm the 404 guy, 7HE404GUY. Goodbye. Gotta remember to close Kerbal Space Program because the last couple of days I've left it running in the background for 5 hours. Apparently doing so is not recommended. Found that out the hard way. Hey, it's snowing. The infamous First Order Upwind scheme. I guess it's more famous than infamous, but still. I call it infamous because it's been bothering me for some time. I can probably get this if I put my head to it. We'll see. If there's a stream later today, then that means I put my head to it. If not, then, well, it is what it is. Bye-bye, everyone, and have a great day.